This is an older machine. I had a machine that I used it for 25 years because I took good care of it, and I'm going to show you how to take care of your machine so that you'll get long use out of it. And my machine that I had before it was, I only paid like $150 for it. I used it for 25 years. I sewed almost every day. I did so many things with that machine. And the part that broke was a plastic part. And so I posted on Facebook about after 25 years, my machine finally gave up the ghost. There was no repairing it. The plastic part wore out. There was no fixing it. And somebody said they had an old machine, they hadn't hardly used it, and it was a heavy machine. It has all metal parts, and that's what I wanted. I don't trust plastic. I have a hatred for plastic. Plastic breaks down. Okay, first of all, what I want to show you is general maintenance of your machine. There are two things you need to keep your sewing machine in good working order. A brush to dust any dust that you see on your machine. As you sew, the more you sew, the more dust you will collect, because you're going to pick up dust from the fabric. As the fabric is sliding over the plate, you're going to get lots of dust. So the more you use it, the more you have to clean it. And so you just want to clean up any excess dust. Now the place where it gets the most dust is going to be right there, right underneath. So we need a little screwdriver. Usually the sewing machine screwdrivers are short and they're wide. I'm going to take everything off here because I just want to make this easier. I'm just going to take off the presser foot. I'm also going to take the needle out. Get everything in here tight. Take the needle out. I have a magnetic thing right here. See? Well, I guess that's not metal. Okay, so I'm going to loosen up this plate because right under here where the teeth feed, you're going to get a lot of dust falling down there. And if you don't clean it out, your machine will start to act up. Now, you get to know your machine. The more you use it, the more familiar you are with how it sounds. After a while, you start to notice that it starts making some strange sounds. And when it starts to sound a little bit abnormal, it probably means it needs to be dusted. Probably needs to be cleaned. If it's not running smooth, it's a very good chance it could have some dust clogging up in places. So it's important to be able to. Now, some people, they think they have to take the machine to somebody, some company, and have it maintenanced. No, that is totally not necessary. It is so easy to keep your machine in good order. So I've taken off the presser foot, and right down in here is where you're going to get lots of dust from sewing. So this is one area that you want to clean, and I always like to move things around so I see things moving to see, because sometimes there's some little dust that might collect, and just clean that out. And then we'll just put it all back together again. See, was that hard? No, that was super easy. Okay, we have it all dusted. I just want to put this back on. Presser foot back on. Okay, now, besides dusting, the other thing we need to do is we need to oil the machine. It's just a lubricant that keeps everything working well, because things can, get stuck together. So what I like to do is I run the machine, and so I look at every part that's moving. You see it's moving here, it moves there, it moves there, here. All these moving parts. Just a little drop in the places where the machine moves, where there's might be friction. I'm not going to put oil in there because I don't want oil in my thread, but under here I could. Under there. But I want to take this apart because there's sometimes you need to take this apart. You just knock those out right there, and then these parts come out. Okay, and there shouldn't be any dust in there. Sometimes you have to take that part out. So there's these two parts. Okay. And it's pretty easy to put back together. You can kind of see how it fits in there. It only goes in one way. Okay, it fits in just like that. And this little notch is on the top. You see these two little, that's where this got a little hole, fits on there. Okay, just in case you need to take that apart, that's pretty easy to do. Okay, after you have it all oiled, just, you know, let it run for a minute. Just kind of help that oil to just kind of work around the parts. All right. Now, that's all you have to do to keep your machine in good working order. And if you do that, you will have a machine that will last you many, many years, and you'll get lots of use out of it. So that machine is in good working order. I did not put any oil in here because I don't want oil in my thread. And you might want to do run a piece of scrap through it just to make sure if there's any oil going to come out. Hopefully you shouldn't have any oil here or there. A sewing machine screwdriver for maintenance, and a can of oil to make sure that your machine is working well. It's important to have a little duster so you can keep the dust off. That way your machine will stay working well. So I hope that this covered the basics for you. And if you have any other suggestions of videos that you'd like me to do, feel free to comment. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.